Hello friends, my name is Amy. I am back in The Sims 4 giving you another tour of a house that I had built and uploaded to the gallery. This was uploaded back in 2015 and to date this is my most downloaded house. It has just under 500 downloads and I know that's not really a lot, but considering I didn't even know how to tag any of my downloads until like fairly recently, you had to be lucky enough to just find this gem and be able to download it. So I think that's actually pretty good considering, like I said, I didn't know how to tag anything until recently. So one of the things I guess I forgot to do when I was building was making this like little pathway from the front to the back. So I'm just going to add that and just kind of, since this is my own build, critique as we go along, which I feel like I am allowed to do. So I think one of the other things that I would definitely change would be the front entrance. I don't like how I have this like walled off. I think it's going to look a little bit better with a fence. Granted, maybe not this particular fence, but I do think that is going to look a little bit better. I also just realized I don't have any like rails. Oh gosh, we don't want to use those. I mean, let's try to make it look a little like matching, but yeah, and then I have to like fix these columns. I might even get rid of some of these columns. Or maybe like, do I want to widen the stairs? Yeah, I think maybe widening the stairs. I don't know. I mean, I do think that that looks a little bit better, not so closed off. We're going to head into the front entrance, and anytime you see any of these curtains, we're just going to get rid of them. I do not like them. I don't think they look nice at all. I guess I could just kind of put like these. I don't know. I probably honestly wouldn't use those circular like framed windows, to be honest. But yeah, we're going to get rid of these ugly curtains. This is the living room, which is just off of the hallway entrance. And overall, I don't think that this is a super bad room. I do have some landscaping kind of clipping in. So of course I'm going to get rid of that. I think I need to add a little bit more like decorations by the desk, by the windows, and then a table lamp as well. And then just like sizing down this picture to the original size, I think is going to make this room look a little bit better. We're going to head on into the kitchen, and one of the first things I noticed was I'm literally missing a counterpiece, so we're going to put that in there. And then when you look at the kitchen from this side of the room, it looks so like there's kind of bland. There's no decor or clutter or anything. There is some stuff on this side of the room, which looks a little bit better, but I would probably, add a little bit more decor, make that look a little bit better. Again, off of the kitchen, we have a dining room. I'm going to get rid of those ugly curtains. This picture looks a little bit out of place, and then probably just redecorate that Kleenex box. And overall, I think this room is actually pretty cute. Maybe the room that I do like the least amount of work in. We're gonna head over to the back end of the build, and this is where I really am not happy with what I did here. I have a bathroom off to the side, and I think I'm just going to square off this bathroom and get rid of this wall here. And those curtains look ugly anyway, so we're going to place the window like maybe there. And then obviously, I'm going to have to finish this tile, but I think if I do that, that's going to look a little bit better. And then actually we're going to take this whole like room and we're going to move it out here. Just bear with me because I think that this is just going to kind of extend that hallway, which is going to look a little bit better. I realize I have some weird flooring issues as well, so we can go ahead and fix that. And then like, I think that is going to look a lot better. We're going to fix actually this door, put this in a better place, maybe right there. And then even just kind of like, I mean, bear with me. This isn't going to look like the absolute best because I'm actually not like really going to be redoing this whole house, but just kind of like reworking some things I think can make this look a lot better. So probably would do something like that. I would maybe even put like a whole wall of counters on this back wall here, which I think would make this look a little bit better. So like something like that, maybe put the window over here, something to the effect of that. So we're gonna head over into this room, which is like the home office. And first thing that I noticed is I have this like huge vase. I would probably I size this up. Oh, I thought I sized this up. I actually this is how the vase actually is. I'm gonna size that down. I think that looks a lot better actually sized down. And then I have all of these like shelves over here. There's nothing on them, so I think it's gonna look better to just get rid of them. And then I maybe would even like add another bookcase. I mean, I probably wouldn't pick the same one that I have next door, but I think something like that is going to make that part of the room a little bit better. And then, again, like I can maybe just like size down this painting, something like that. I think that looks a little bit better. Obviously, you know, I would want to finish off these walls and make that look a little bit better over in that hallway. We're going to head up these stairs to the bedrooms, and I guess we're going to start off with the teen girls' bedroom. And so you'll notice this back like wall right here. I have part of the roof is clipping in on like basically all portions of this room, and I didn't realize that you just have to like basically make another room. So I don't know why the roof clips in sometimes, but yeah, you could just make another room, and that basically just gets rid of all of that. Obviously now I'd have to repaint that whole room, but that's going to make it look a little bit better. And then overall, I do like the aesthetic, I guess, that I have for this room, but definitely don't like the roof clipping in. Speaking of roofs clipping in, her brother's room needs some help. So you just have to take this roof and just like this little triangular piece, we're just gonna hold the shift button and push that in, which is gonna get rid of that part of the roof clipping in. But then the same thing, we're just gonna like redraw the room, and then perfect. We do not have any of that clipping in of the roof on the boys' room. And then when The Sims first came out, we did not have any bunk beds, so I tried to make a bunk bed, which is just basically a floating bed. So I think that looks better like that. Nursery is next. There's really not a lot of decor or anything in this room. It's pretty bland, I guess, but we do have another roofing issue here. And again, I just need to take these eaves, bring them in, which then I could, like, I basically just put a wall there just to get rid of the the roofing issue that I had. Obviously, then I'd have to redraw the lines for this room to get rid of the rest of that clipping in that you see. So we can just do that. And voila, the roof looks good. It's not clipping in any of the spaces. So that looks nice. And when I get rid of that, then I guess I could extend this wall here and just kind of widen that door so it doesn't look so crowded on the entry way to the nursery. I think that is going to look a lot better. We do have the primary bedroom, which overall, again, is a pretty big space. There's actually not really a lot of closets. I didn't make any closets. I don't know if The Sims had closets back then, and I just pretended like there was one, I guess, maybe. But yeah, we have a primary bathroom, which now that the lower level has kind of been fixed, I'm going to fix this corner piece as well, which if we head back into the primary bathroom, this is going to basically make some more room in here. Obviously, I'm going to have to get rid of this like pretend ivory that's like clipping in. And then, yeah, now that this room is a lot bigger, I could definitely rework this floor plan to be a little bit more functional. And then last, we have a bathroom that the kids would share on this level. So I might even be able to like borrow a little space from the primary bedroom if I move this wall over. Since, you know, I could definitely do something. I mean, again, just kind of like something like this maybe would then just have a little bit more room. We can maybe even do like a double counter if I put the toilet over here and then just moving the sinks over here. I could get like a double sink on this side. So obviously, since there's like a couple of kids, they would probably want to have more counter space than like that little bit that I gave them. So maybe something like that. Um, yeah, we do have a basement, so we're gonna go downstairs, and I'm not sure why I felt like I needed to have an industrial size bar down here, but not industrial, like commercial size. This looks like more of like a restaurant bar, I guess. But I do have like a table and chair in the corner, and then this is supposed to be like the theater room, which I do kind of like this room, but again, there's just not really any decorations, no plants. There's like nothing going on. And I'm pretty sure I decided to enlarge this painting to kind of like take up room. So I think, you know, less is more. I think I've kind of realized that with some of my decor strategy is to just not make some of that stuff as big. And then some of the other like little things that I've noticed like that I do now with my builds is just kind of like finishing off like this pool area. I would probably, you know, just paint that. But yeah, spoiler alert, I actually do go and place this lot in a larger lot, and I'm going to be kind of fixing it up. Definitely a lot more detail than I have right now. It's a project I've been working on for a very long time, so stay tuned for that. But until then, that is going to be it for now. I'll see you guys back for the next video. Thanks for watching.